Did you know that TYT now has a full audio network? On top of our existing lineup, this launch is going to bring you brand new slate of podcasts, including Mouthy, Messy, Mandatory with Katie Anthony and Ronit Fanglass-Plank. Now that's a weekly show that discusses everything from family to really funny and fantastic women. To get more info on the show and the whole TYT audio network, visit tyt.com/audio. So fantastic news out of Wolf-PAC in Maryland. There's a lot of good parts to this, as you'll see. First of all, we went to the Maryland House of Delegates, the Wolf-PAC did, and if you're not familiar with the organization, wolf-pac.com, they're looking to get money out of politics, and they're not playing around, as you'll see in the story I'm about to explain. And they've already gotten 5 states to say, yeah, let's go to a convention, let's propose an amendment, let's go around Washington, we don't need them, we can get money out of politics and amend the United States Constitution. 5 states, including the largest one in the country, California. So they go to Maryland, they go to the House of Delegates, and they've never passed there before, we've been trying for quite some time, and guess what happens this year? Crushing victory, 94-42. All right, now that's fantastic, but you got to pass in both sides of the legislature. So they go over to the Senate, and they've had good results in the Senate in the past, so this ought to be fairly straightforward. And they actually have 24 co-sponsors on the Senate side. And as usual, let me give you a little bit of credit here. On the House side, Speaker Mike Bush was critical. Wonderful job by him in getting this through. And on the Senate side, our sponsor was Senator Paul Pinsky, and he's got 24 co-sponsors lined up. Guess how many senators there are in Maryland? There's only 47 state senators. That means, I can do the math on that one, we're gonna win, and we're gonna put Maryland on the board, right? Well, now here comes the unfortunate part of the story. So you got to go through a committee before you get to the whole Senate. And the whole Senate, we're nearly guaranteed a victory. We have more co-sponsors, not only people willing to vote for us, but sponsors of the bill than you need for a majority. So great, right? But going through the committee, we have the votes lined up. And it turns out they get calls from lobbyists, but not Republican lobbyists, Democratic lobbyists, saying the National Democratic Party and some so-called progressive groups in Washington are not happy with this legislation. They're not in favor of this change. And all of a sudden, a couple of people that were supposed to vote for it back out. We don't make it out of committee, and it dies. So this is how politics is played, guys. It's hardball. But here's the interesting part. 2 can play at that game. So I introduce to you now the concept of hardball from us. wolf-pac.com/stick. So there are carrots and sticks in politics. It is now time for the sticks. So the person who decided to not vote for our bill is up for election for state Senate. We will not be supporting her. We will be supporting her opponent, and significantly so. Now here's the twist. Oftentimes progressives are outgunned. There's a lot more money on the other side because of corporations, et cetera, et cetera. Well, when it comes to local races, we are not outgunned. Wolf-PAC actually has a financial advantage. Sometimes when we do this, people cry about it. They go, oh, well, you're supposed to get money out of politics, but you're putting money into politics here. Goddamn right we are. There's an easy way to fix that. You can get money out of politics. You could vote for our bill and then you won't have any of these problems. So I want you to go to that because I want you to donate. I want us to raise a ton of money. We already have a good war chest. We'd like a bigger one so that there are consequences for not voting in the right direction. Now, great news here. The person that this senator is against is a wonderful politician by the name of Antonio Hayes. He already voted for our legislation, was a co-sponsor of it in the House. He's now running for that same Senate seat. And in fact, he was just endorsed too by the Baltimore Sun. I'm gonna read you that endorsement in a second, but Antonio Hayes is wonderful. He wants to get money out of politics. By the way, he also wants to do criminal justice reform. He's a terrific progressive candidate. So that money will go towards supporting him and making sure that you have an actual progressive senator who wants to get money out of politics in the Maryland state seat. The Baltimore Sun said Mr. Hayes grew up in Penn North neighborhood, has an excellent understanding of his community's needs, including expanded drug treatment and mental health services and economic development. So we will support candidates who are on our side, and we will defeat candidates who are not. So if you want to get involved, definitely go and contribute at wolf-pac.com/stick. But also, if you're in Maryland, it's time to ride. This election is on Tuesday. So there's canvassing going on. There's phone calls being made from all across the country. So I need you to go to Maryland at wolf-pac.com to join the team that is doing this fight. If you've got money, you want to put it in, great. If you don't have money and you want to volunteer, excellent, that's okay. We're gonna do it either way, right? And we're gonna do it with your help. And when we canvass in numbers. And when we make phone calls, we make a lot of them. That's called a Wolf Attack team. Here's what you don't want: the Wolf Attack team showing up. I remember the story in New Hampshire. A guy voted against us. In that case, he was a Republican. His name was Steve Valancourt. He had been in office since the 1990s. He was such a well-established incumbent that they thought that he could not be beat. I have in my office a framed copy of the local newspaper that says Valancourt loses in stunning defeat. The night before his defeat, he ran into one of our organizers, who's now the national director of Wolf-PAC, and he asked him, "Are you the ones coming for me?" Correct answer, yes. I told you when we started Wolf-PAC, they're not coming for us anymore, we're coming for them. So let's go get this seat. Let's put a senator in there who actually votes with the people and who votes against corruption. And next year, I guess my bet would be that vote comes out a little differently. So let's go make that happen, whether you volunteer or you want to give to wolf-pac.com/stick. Let's finally bring consequences upon the heads of the people who have made the wrong decisions. Let's end corruption. Two easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.